Nouns name things. Proper nouns are the names of particular people, places or things like Jane and Everest. Common nouns name kinds of things like dog, banana or table. Collective nouns name groups of things like herd and family. Abstract nouns are names for ideas, things you cannot see or touch, like fear, truth and beauty. Pronouns do the job of nouns but are there to stop repetition, so Charlie picked up his bag and put it over his shoulder. Verbs are doing and being words. Every sentence needs a verb or it is not a sentence. The person of a verb tells you who. The tense of a verb tells you when. Active verbs tell you who's doing them, like Trisha opened the parcel or we agree fighting is wrong. Passive verbs tell you what's being done, like the parcel was opened. The imperative and rhetorical questions. The imperative tells someone to do something, like be careful with that elephant. A rhetorical question is not a proper question, like who would have thought the train would be late? Adjectives are describing words, like the caterpillar wore baggy pink socks. Adverbs describe verbs and often end in lie to say how something was done, like Martin strolled home slowly. Adverbs describe adjectives, like he was very old. A sentence is a verb. The subject is the person doing the action, like Jay and Andy are going to the cinema. Alliteration is where consonants are repeated. Onomatopoeia is when it sounds like what it means. Imagery is writing that creates a picture. Figurative writing isn't meant literally. A simile says one thing is like another. A metaphor says that one thing is another. Personification talks about a thing like it's a person. Idioms are phrases that aren't meant literally. Clichés are overused phrases. Acronyms are made of first-letter words. Mnemonics help you remember things. Biography is written about someone else's life. Autobiography is writing about someone's own life. Journalistic style is used in newspapers. Assonance is having the same vowel sound. Bring a descriptive story to life with snazzy sentence starters. To avoid boring sentences starting with it, they, he, she, their and the, try these for size. Always aim for sentence variety using some of these phrases. Adverbs, prepositions, random phrases, conjunctions. Momentarily, before, without a second to lose, until now. Astonishingly, ahead, from nowhere, afterwards. Desperately, above, somewhat alarmingly, through. Ominously, beneath, in a moment of panic, unless. Nervously, beyond, within seconds, yet. Unusually, at the end, without warning, as. Spitefully, against, strangely enough, then. Key idea, to introduce more emotive language, as well as pace. B. Start with a noun and adjective to avoid starting sentences like these: I could see / hear / smell, etc. Black smoke poured from. Terror consumed me. Icy air assaulted my ears. Key idea: put the subject at the start to hook the reader's interest in seconds. C. Start sentences with past participle verbs. They end with ing. Sobbing, I clutched. Eating every second, I. Beating the door, he. Key idea: add movement and emotion to a sentence. D. Start sentences with verbs. Gripped by panic, I. Annoyed by the constant dripping sound, I. Key idea: also adds emotion and movement to a sentence. E. Personification can create atmosphere. Mist strangled the innocent air. The candle flame danced seductively. Pink clouds hugged the twilight sky. Key idea: to introduce originality and creativity to a story or description. F. Metaphors and similes introduce poetic elements into a description or narrative. A torrent of bodies gushed from the school building. Home time. The veil of smoke drifting menacingly over the city enshrouded each building like a key idea, to create an unusual picture in the reader's mind. G. Alliteration allows you to draw attention to a sound, moment, character or scene. A hooded figure flitted across the shadowy street. Key idea, to sprinkle your writing with a sense of rhythm. Alliteration can allow you to emphasize a specific sound, sight or movement, often for dramatic effect.